Like, I was ready to knock a bitch out. Like, I was ready. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna be telling you the story about how I was in the 5th grade. So I was like 10, and I was out here fighting people. Yeah, you heard that. I was out here fighting people and giving girls these hands. So if you're interested in hearing about this crazy time, then keep watching. Okay, so this video takes place, obviously I was in the 5th grade. So like I said, I was probably like 10 or 11. I don't know exactly how old I was, but I know for sure that I was in the 5th grade. So let me give you a little backstory, okay? So I had, at the time, a best friend. And for the sake of the video, we'll name her Kennedy. Let me tell you a little bit about Kennedy. Kennedy got picked on a lot. Kennedy was little. She like worried about school and wasn't worried about like boys. And Kennedy had really big ears. That was like the main thing that people made fun of her about, was the fact that she had really big ears. And you know, like, kids are mean, so they would make fun of her for that, make fun of her for being like quiet and shy. But it was mostly because of her ears, and she was really like self-conscious about it. I'm the kind of friend, if I see or hear my friends being picked on or bullied, I always say something. I'm always the one that like defends my friends. Even if we're not friends, if I see somebody getting made fun of or bullied, I always say something. And this is what got me into a lot of trouble when I was growing up, is the fact that I would always feel like I need to protect and help my friends. So I would always be the one that said something when they were getting picked on. So in my class, there was a girl named, what can I name her? Let's just name her like Ashley, okay? That's not even close to her name. I don't know where I came up with that, but it's fine. So Ashley was the complete opposite of Kennedy. She was beautiful and tall and had all these friends, and she liked to pick on Kennedy a lot. So me being the kind of friend that I am, anytime Ashley messed with Kennedy, I always said something. I can't remember what brought it on, but I went home from school one day and I remember talking to my mom and telling her like about Ashley and about Kennedy, and how Ashley was like picking on Kennedy and how I like hated it. I can't remember how it got to this, but all I remember my mom saying is, if Ashley puts her hands on you first, then you do something. Don't ever put your hands on the person first. You wait till they like push you or do whatever, and then you do what you need to do. The next day at school, I remember Ashley picking on Kennedy, and I finally went up to her and was like, you know what?
You can meet me and Kennedy at the bike racks today after school.
All throughout the day, Kennedy was scared shitless. Like, I kept telling Kennedy, like, you know, be ready for after school today. I'm gonna need your bag if something happens. And Kennedy was just like, she like wasn't about it. Like, she was scared. I was like, bitch, I got you. I obviously didn't say bitch, but you know, 10-year-old me was like, girl, I got you. So it gets to the end of the day, the bell rings, me and Kennedy walk to the bike racks. The way the bike racks were set up, like the wall surrounding it was like a half wall, and it was like red brick. And then, you know, all like the bike racks. And then there was grass. And then there was the teacher parking lot. The teacher parking lot was right next to the grass. So me and Kennedy are at the bike racks with all these people around us. And we see Ashley and her friends there. As soon as we see Ashley, Ashley starts messing with Kennedy. So I like stepped in front of Kennedy and I was like, you leave Kennedy alone. And like we were in each other's face. Like, I was like, what's up? So me and Ashley are in each other's face. We're like yelling back and forth. I was wearing glasses at the time because I have to wear contacts and glasses. So I had my glasses on. I had to take those things off and fight this bitch blind because I was not about to have my mom beat my ass for smashing my glasses. I took my backpack off, and then in the front of my backpack, there's like a little pocket. So I took my glasses off and I put them in that little pocket. And I remember being so scared that my glasses were going to get smashed. I remember clearly telling everybody, don't touch my backpack. My glasses are in there. Don't smash my glasses because my mom's gonna beat my ass after this girl gets her ass beat. Remember how I told you it's the bike rack, the grass, and then the teacher parking lot, I'm sorry. So we all walked to the grass area. And me and Ashley are like, you know, standing in each other's face. I was like, I'm not allowed to touch you until you push me first. My mama said you had to push me first. And she was like, well, my mama said you have to push me first. So we were going back and forth saying the other had to push the other one first before we could do anything because our mamas told us so. So I was like, well, nothing's gonna happen until you push me first. I'm not pushing you first. I'm not touching you. You have to push me first. So then finally, after like 10 minutes of us just saying like, you push me first, no, you push me first, she finally was like, fine, I'll do it. And she comes up and she pushes me. This little girl, well actually she was tall as shit, but this big ass girl just pushed me. It took me a minute to realize like that she actually came up and put her hands on me. So I was like standing there for a second and then she came up and pushed me again.
Oh, hell no.
All I remember is after she pushed me, I lunged. Like I grabbed this bitch and I had to grab up because like I said, the bitch was tall. I'm 5 foot and I was even shorter back then. And this girl she was up there. I grabbed her hair and we just went down. And I only remember pieces of it. I wish I could remember the whole thing. But obviously like we were doing whatever the fuck we were doing. Punching, slapping, pulling each other's hair. I have no idea. There was one point I remember she was on top of me. And I remember looking up and seeing her like looking down at me, obviously because she was on top of me. And her hair just like falling down. She had really long brown hair. And her hair was all in my face. And I just remember grabbing and I like flipped us. And then to where I was on top of her. And I was going. Again, I don't even know if I was punching. I don't know if I was slapping. All I remember is I was on top of her. And then her friend comes up and grabs me and pulls me off of her. And Kennedy's just chilling. I'm like looking for my bitch. I'm like, Kennedy, where are you? I'm fighting this bitch because of you. Where are you? And Kennedy is just like chilling there, just watching while this girl has my damn hair and is pulling me off of her friend. I'm like, bitch, this is supposed to be you. You're supposed to be taking care of her. What are you doing? So then I get up, obviously, because she has my damn hair, and I shoved the hell out of her friend. Literally, like, I shoved the hell out of her, and that little girl fell backwards and fell right on her ass. And then I turned back to Ashley, and then I just lunged at her again, and we went down. Boom, 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 boom. After, I don't even know how long. I don't even know how long the fight was. I don't know nothing. All of a sudden, because I'm on top of this bitch, and I'm doing whatever I was doing. I don't know. All of a sudden, I feel myself being lifted up. Like I'm sitting there like this, hanging. And I'm put down. And I look, and it's my favorite substitute teacher. I can't remember his name. It was like Mr. G or something. He was like, what are you guys doing? Oh, and once he lifts me up, all the kids like run. Everybody takes off. And then I hear my name from the teacher parking lot. And I look over and I see my mom in her car. And she has the passenger side window down. And she's yelling, Courtney, get your ass over here. So I was like, Mr. G, like that's my mom, I gotta go. So then I went to get my backpack. Mr. G was talking to my mom when I was walking over to get in the car. And he walks away and he's like, you know, bye Courtney, I'll see you tomorrow or whatever. I get in the car, my mom was like, were you really fighting? And I was like, Mom, you told me if she puts her hands on me first, then I can do what I gotta do. So I did what I had to do, but I didn't get in trouble. Mr. G never said anything. And after that, me and Ashley ended up being like, not like friends, but we were cool with each other. I guess she just needed a little ass beating. I can't even say if I beat her ass because I have no idea. Okay, well, I hope you liked this video and the time that I was in a fight. If you like these kind of videos and you like story times, make sure you give me a like and a comment. And if you want to see more videos from me, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video.